defeats Kansas City 19-13. Green Bay defeats Dallas 34-24. Chicago loses in London to the Oakland Raiders 24-21. Anthony Mantha would score 4 goals, including the game winner with just 53 seconds left, to lead the Red Wings to a 4-3 victory over the Dallas Stars in last night's home opener at Little Caesars Arena. In the baseball playoffs on Sunday, the Los Angeles Dodgers defeat the Washington Nationals 10-4, while the Atlanta Braves down the St. Louis Cardinals 3-1. Outfielder Adam Duvall delivered the game-winning hit for Atlanta, a 2-run single in the top of the 9th inning.
You know, this is the postseason. This is what we played for all year, and you know, so to come out with a win, you know, when you're down in the 9th, that's huge, because every game's, you know, a must-win game from here on out. So, you know, it's important to get every one you can.
Game 4 of that best-of-5 series this afternoon in Atlanta. The Pistons open up the preseason tonight as they battle the Orlando Magic at Little Caesars Arena. That contest tips off at 7, right here on The Ticket. From the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and radio.com.
Jamie, not only is he a criminal, but he's queer. And Stoney. I had 11 high school kids in my basement last night. On 97.1 The Ticket.
Jamie and Stoney, 97.1 on The Ticket. We are giving away Red Wing tickets to the Wings take on the Ducks. And we're doing it by playing a game of Random Duck. Clue number 3, he played for the Maple Leafs and the North Stars. Not the Stars, Stoney. The North Stars.
Love those unis.
Yes, the Maple Leafs and the North Stars. So Bill Callahan is taking over as the Redskins head coach?
That's the word out of Washington, yes.
Former Super Bowl coach.
That's right. Yeah. Lost.
He was in the Super Bowl.
That's right.
More than Jay Gruden,
He
would
did
say.
a great job in Nebraska. He's taking over her 2 group. That's right.
Yeah.
Took over for John in Oakland after John was traded to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right?
Yes.
Led that team to the Super Bowl. And then,
Tony Dungy's players, as they always say.
No, I was going to say Callahan led the Raiders to the Super Bowl.
Gruden's players.
John Gruden's players.
Exactly.
And then he was the coach at Nebraska.
Yeah, they were saying that Callahan's been frustrated that they don't run the ball enough. So look for the Redskins to run the ball more. Also, you know, we mentioned in the update, the Sunday night game, the Colts beating the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. Once again, the Lions is laying the blueprint. They did it for the Patriots and the Rams. Mahomes says the Colts did exactly what the Lions did last week. They need to be better at trying to figure out how to get past man coverage.
Wow. There it is. He's the guru. All right, we're talking about Michigan and their win over Iowa 10-3. Also, we'll get to Michigan State and their 34-10 loss to Ohio State. William on a cell phone on 97.1 The Ticket. What's up, William?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Michigan offense.
Yeah.
Michigan offense. I don't think Shea Patterson's any Heisman candidate or anything like that.
I don't think he's going to nearly.
Yeah, they set him up to really fail. Because when you look at the pass plays, everything is these really slow developing out routes outside the numbers. So he has to sit back in that pocket and wait for these guys to run these long outs. Nothing across the middle. All these other teams are running these rub routes. Where is the speed and pace? Honestly, I don't see any of it on the team. And the guy's strength is to keep the ball on the read option. And really, they only let him do that effectively if you take out the last drive. They really only let him do it once during the game, and he gained 15 yards. So I just don't even understand how they're using the guy in their weapons. It doesn't make sense to me.
I agree with you to a certain extent about the receivers. They're not getting open. I'm not sure if it's the route scheme or whatever. But as far as the RPO stuff goes, that's on him. I mean, it's his decision to run or not, and that's why it's called an RPO. It's an option.
Why does he choose to always not run?
I don't know.
I thought that was
Mike, I think they're telling him not to run, to take it easy on his body. I don't think they want him to take the hits. And I think that's a mistake. It's like, well, and I know that, okay, McCaffrey's hurt, so do you really want to put Joe Milton in there? But if they're not willing to use him in that fashion, I think they're telling him not to keep the ball and run. I really do. I don't know.
I go back to something that Harbaugh said to us following, that first game against Middle Tennessee State when he fumbled on the first carry.
Right.
And Harbaugh said to us, he goes, look, he's not a running back. He's a quarterback. And a lot of times when you're a quarterback and you think you're a running back, you open yourself up to turnover and you open yourself up to injury. And he didn't want, I don't think the caller is that far maybe they don't want him running the football. And if that's the case, then I'm not sure why he's here, because he's not exactly, a great passing quarterback. He's not like some, he's going to put up 5,000 yards of offense all through the year. One of the reasons he came in here was because he was a good athletic quarterback.
And if he's not going to run the ball, then what's the purpose of having that type of an offense?
An RPO.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair question. All right, I want to talk about Michigan State, too. Obviously, they lost, and they lost badly, and, they gave up 323 yards of rushing.
That to me is
It was a weird game because, obviously, they came out like gangbusters. Defensively, the first two series for Ohio State, they couldn't do anything. I think they had 9 plays, 2 sacks by MSU for -4 yards. And it looked like the defense came to play, and as long as the offense could kind of hold its own, going back to your initial take on MSU at the start of the year,
right,
that they could hang in there. And then just, first of all, the fumble by Cody White, that was huge. Then you had the weird catch play to Elijah Collins, so you have 2 turnovers in the span of about 10 seconds, it felt like. Did you feel like the Cody White play was glossed over?
yeah.
I was never 100% sure that he had possession of that football. And there was nothing mentioned on the broadcast. Am I the only person on the planet? I even texted a friend of mine, Evan Jenkins, and he never texted me back, so he was probably big. But I was like, I never thought he had full possession of the ball. Did that strike you at all or not?
A little bit, but nothing like, oh my God, it's a horrible call. Or
Not even it's a horrible call, but not it. But
with the review, with the challenge.
It's just like, let's take a second look at that one. I don't know. To me, that was not a clear catch possession fumble. But maybe I'm the only one thought that.
Look, the defense, you're right. They started off great, and they were moving the ball a little bit. And you know what? Lewerke, his numbers don't look good. I thought he played pretty damn well. Darryl Stewart's been the best receiver all year. Dropsies. You can't. When you have an offense that, with all due respect, is limited, it's obviously better than Michigan's, but you cannot afford, especially playing that team in that facility at the shoe, you can't drop balls like as much as they do.
Weird. I don't know how Michigan State fans feel. Like, if I walk out of that stadium as a Michigan State player or as D'Antonio, I'm thinking to myself, not we let them off the hook, because Ohio State's a great team. Maybe they're the best team in college football. Man, you got to go in there and you got to play about a perfect game, or as close to a perfect game as you can, even a chance. And Michigan State played anything but. I mean, they played an imperfect game. It's like, if we hadn't turned the ball over, if he hits Cody White in the flat, even when they got within a touchdown late in the first half, I'm like, if they can go into halftime down 7, right, they get the ball to start the second half. Who knows? Maybe they can make this thing interesting. And then, sure enough, the next play, it felt like Dobbins had broken for a huge touchdown.
Well, that was my question. The thing that's really disconcerting to me, if you're a Michigan State fan, is not only did you lose, but the guts of your team is your defense.
Yeah.
And they just tore the soul out of that defense with running the ball.
But only in like the second quarter.
I know.
In the first quarter, it's like.
Well, that's what Ohio State does. Go back to the Michigan game last year, was that third quarter where they just went quickly.
Right.
The avalanche just starts rolling down the mountain, and you can't stop them.
Right.
The rest of the game, it's somewhat even. Ohio State's a better team.
Yeah.
That's what happened last year. Columbus to Michigan.
That's a fair point. No, you're right. Maybe Michigan feels, although it's when they go 6-2, it's hard. I mean, Michigan's, they lost by 24. So you can't sit there and go, wow, if that had happened and that had happened, we would have won the game. God, I felt like they.
But you never know.
Closer than the final score.
Right, and if the game's closer late, you don't know how Fields is going to play under, score pressure.
Right.
I mean, he's good, obviously. He wasn't great on Saturday.
I didn't think so.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens to them this week. When they play. When they play Wisconsin.
Yeah, they are. No, they play this week.
Ohio State and Wisconsin.
Oh, no,
I'm talking about Ohio State.
Oh, I think it's Michigan State. Michigan State goes to Wisconsin this Saturday, where they are about a 9.5. Some spreads have it as 11. I saw it at 9.5. So they will play, and that's going to be a tough test for them because, like you said, they're based on their defense.
Right.
And if Jonathan Taylor does to the Michigan State defense what he's able to do to the Michigan defense, then it's going to be a long way. Yeah, for sure.
And then I think they'll be able to. I think they'll play much better defensively this week in Madison.
Why?
Because I think they were so worried about Ohio State's, vertical game in Fields as well.
That's a good point.
I think if they just concentrate,
trigger just a shutdown.
focus on Jonathan Taylor, they'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
Wisconsin can throw the ball a little bit, as we saw in Madison against Michigan, but I think Michigan State makes that a very tight game.
All right, we got clue number 4 for Random Duck. He coached 4 NHL teams. You know who it is? 248-539-9797. That's 248-539-9797. You know who it is. We'll take the first correct answer, and you'll win tickets to see the Wings take on the Ducks tomorrow night at the LCA, courtesy of Chevrolet, the official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings. Coming up next, Heather Park has news.
Hey guys, do you think you could go a year without your smartphone? It'd be pretty hard, but one woman is about to get a big payday if she can do just that.
That's coming up next. 97.1 The Ticket.
Here to tell you about Capital Mortgage Funding. I know this area can't go a year without Capital Mortgage Funding. Why? Because they're the best. Why are they the best? Customer service. 1-800-LOW-RATE. Eric Lansdale, Burke, the great staff. They do it all for you. Part of the community. 12-mile road there in Southfield. That's where their offices are, between Greenfield and Southfield roads. And when you call 1-800-LOW-RATE, you don't get put into a bad mortgage program like other companies or other spokesmen did back about a decade ago, and you had, mortgage situations. Capital Mortgage Funding didn't do that. They only did the mortgages that were, legal. Also, when you call Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, no outrageous fees, no outrageous costs. And like I said, they don't put you in bad programs. But it's all about you. It's not about them. Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE. Now still a really good time to buy, take advantage of low rates. They're still pretty low. And if you haven't refied in a while, what are you waiting for? Call them today, 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding, the best mortgage bank.
Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
97.1 The Ticket.
This report brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. We're still watching this wreck on southbound 275 at 7 Mile. It's blocking the 2 left lanes. You are stop and go back to the 696-96 interchange. Another one 275 southbound at 6 miles on the right shoulder. And heading toward the airport, westbound 94 after Telegraph, right shoulder crash. Watch for Gawker delay. It's football season, so it's time to get to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the games. No fall weddings, no man caves. It's time to watch football the way it was meant to be watched. Tackling a mountain of wings, raising beers like trophies. So get your priorities in order and get to Buffalo Wild Wings all season long for football. Catherine Leslie in the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.
97.1 The Ticket and CBS Sports Radio 1270. Your homes for the NFL on Westwood One. The San Francisco 49ers host the Cleveland Browns. Monday Night Football. Pre-game at 7:30 on CBS Sports Radio 1270.
If you haven't checked out Lady Jane's in Washington Township, you are missing out. Get a precision haircut, hot towel treatment, and hot lamp and exchange from one of our talented stylists for a great price. Lady Jane's in Washington Township on Van Dyke, just off the 26 mile across the Target. It's wicked awesome.
Nope, nuh-uh. We're not doing that yet. There's still plenty of fall left to enjoy. In fact, here in Ontario, Canada, it's one of the best times of the year. Colorful leaves everywhere you look, great fall festivals, glamping under the stars, that's glamorous camping. Incredible foodie flavors and wine excursions that are perfect for a weekend getaway. We've got the best fall has to offer, but don't take too long, because pretty soon... Okay, enough. Plan your fall weekend in Ontario at fallinontario.com.
Hi, I'm Lucy, your daughter's favorite ballet teacher. This flu season, I can't afford to get sick. So I get my flu shot at Rite Aid because 14 little ballerinas and their parents are counting on me to get them recital ready. Plie in second position.
And I'm your Rite Aid pharmacist. The flu shot is no cost with most insurance and no appointment needed. So come join Lucy and get your flu shot at Rite Aid today for everyone who counts on you.
Vaccines available while supplies last. Speed restrictions apply in states. See pharmacist for details.
How to play soccer today. Have a kid. Buy the kid a soccer ball. Sign up for a town league. Write a check. Practice. Ignore other sports. Focus on soccer. Drop Town's Rec League. Sign up for travel team. Write a check. Travel. Give up weekend obligations. Travel. Sign up for camp. Write a check. Sign up for camp. Write a check. Sign up for elite camp. Write a big check. Kid turns 10. Sign up for elite team. If kid makes it, write a check. Sign up for a private trainer. Write another check. Write another check because you think it's good for your kid. Only to have that kid decide they want to quit playing that sport that you wrote all those checks for. Now they want to play another sport. It's a little late to start, so write a check to a private coach to catch up. Buy the kid new gear. Sign up for a new league. Write a check. Practice. Write a check. Ignore other sports. Focus on this one. Write a check.
65% of low-income kids have given up on sports. Ever wonder why? Don't retire, kid. Visit projectplaysemi.org and find out what the cost of youth sports is costing us. Proudly supported by Project Play, Southeast Michigan, and the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation.
Are kids better off in an intact family? You bet they are. This is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Kids living in a household with married parents do better in school, they're emotionally healthier, and they're more likely to stay out of trouble with the law. If you're in a troubled marriage, of course you should do everything you can to save your marriage, if only for your kids' sake. This includes considering alternatives to divorce. Of course, in some circumstances, divorce is unavoidable. In either case, if you're a man facing a crisis in your marriage, let us help you at Cordell & Cordell. Remember, we're the partner men can count on.
The attorneys at Cordell & Cordell work to help men maximize their role in their children's lives, which includes protecting men's financial means to do so. Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Detroit area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 248-258-8080. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Offices in Troy and Ann Arbor.
Hollywood Casino. Come play where the rewards and thrills never end. Are you ready for the $1 million big draw? Every Friday and Saturday, pick up a free set of 6 numbers. Match 2 to 5 numbers and you can win up to $1,000 in free play. Match all 6 to win $1 million. Hollywood Casino Toledo. Must be 21 years or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9666. 97.1 The Ticket in Beaumont's Student Heart Check program provides a healthy heart check for students whose families might not otherwise be able to afford it. Go to 971theticket.com, search Student Heart Check, and help make a difference in our community. Got something to say? Text 971-THE-TICKET now at 97136. Ticket text brought to you by LaFontaine Volvo Cars of Farmington Hills. Home of the Family Deal. Find over 5,000 new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs daily at FamilyDeal.com. You've got a question? We've got an opinion.
Hey, congrats to David from Royal Oak. He knew the random duck was Ron Wilson. Born in Ontario, faced the Wings in the Stanley Cup Finals, played for the Maple Leafs and the North Stars, and coached 4 NHL teams.
I always thought, I had no idea he was born in Ontario because he coached Team USA and World Cup and things like that. I thought he was just an American. Maybe he is an American. He was born in Ontario.
Or maybe he was born in Ontario, California.
Oh, it's a good point.
I thought about that as well because he did coach Team USA. Which are the 4 NHL teams he coached? The Caps, the Sharks,
The Ducks.
next is random duck.
Caps. I don't even know. Penguins, maybe? No.
Anyway, Coyotes.
Do not know.
Congratulations, David from Royal Oak. He knew who it was, and he won himself 4 tickets. 4. See the Wings take on the Ducks tomorrow, October 8th, courtesy of Chevrolet, the official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings. Don't worry, though. Coming up at 9:50, we have more tickets to give away to see Anthony Mantha and the Detroit Red Wings against the Ducks tomorrow night. Time for news with Heather. What's up, Heather?
Well, you guys, Odell Beckham isn't the only player in some trouble for wearing a watch. Ben Roethlisberger was fined $5,000 by the NFL for wearing an Apple Watch on the sidelines of last week's game against the Bengals.
Wait a second. He wasn't even active. How could he be fine?
He wasn't, but he was there on the sidelines and he had his watch on, and that is a uniform violation.
That's right. Because he could be communicating with somebody.
Yes.
Apple Watch. By the way, he coached the Maple Leafs. Not
You can
Ben
transmit,
Roethlisberger.
yes, you can transmit messages to other people with your watch.
Yeah.
Can't do that, and apparently he's very upset about this fine, and he plans to appeal it.
It does seem a little bit ridiculous. But in this day and age of the NFL and espionage and subterfuge,
Yeah,
I guess who knows?
just take it off. He said he didn't even realize he had it on.
I could see not realizing.
Well, yeah, I mean, you put it on. I mean, if it's something you wear all the time, you kind of forget that it's there. He wasn't playing. You
Right.
kind of, you don't think about those things. But even so,
Yep.
shouldn't be wearing it. You guys, Joker shattered box office records this weekend.
Did it shatter them?
It shattered them.
Shattered.
It shattered them.
Shadoobie.
Yeah.
Shattered.
Despite, sparking fears in some moviegoers, a lot of people obviously still went to go see the movie. It brought in $93.5 million, and it now holds the highest grossing opening for a movie released in October ever.
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 Beating the previous record set by
Exactly. You got that right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It also
we
had the
nothing news
biggest
here.
first day opening in October. It sold 39 million worth of tickets between Thursday night previews and Friday showings.
Joker, Joker, Joker.
I saw it. It's not in the movie.
What's
That clip that was just played is not in the movie.
Not in the movie.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
Wonder where it's
strange.
from.
Very, very
Yeah,
strange.
very odd.
Yep. You guys, a Westland man is dead after stepping out of his vehicle in the middle of traffic on I-696 Saturday night. It's a very bizarre story because we don't know exactly what possessed this guy to just stop his car and get out in the middle of traffic, but a second vehicle was unable to stop in time, hit him, and the car did stay there until the police arrived, but you know, there's still an investigation underway as to why he would do this. Just stop.
Suicide.
It could be,
Or it could be his car just died
and for some reason
in the middle lane.
he thought that he had to get out of the vehicle, maybe, you know,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
they
obviously,
say drugs and alcohol were not a factor.
a factor in the dead man or a factor in the person who hit the person?
Well, I'm guessing for sure not in the person that hit the person.
Yeah, because the person
because
who
they
died,
say
I would think it would take a little while for,
a toxicology report.
right, wouldn't it?
I would imagine. But
Look, obviously, I don't know what happened to the victim, and it's a horrible story, and
yeah,
the sympathies go out to his family. But I do feel bad for the person who struck the person as well, because that's something that person had no fault whatsoever, and yet is going to have to live with for the rest of their lives too.
without a doubt. You guys, a New York woman is just months away from winning $100,000, and it's all because so far she has stayed off of her smartphone, and if she can do that for the remaining months, she will walk away a big, big winner. So this was all part of Vitamin Water, had a big challenge, and I remember talking about it. You had to submit yourself. I think you had to probably say why you could be a good contestant. There was 100,000 applicants, and this woman from New York was chosen, and so far she's stayed off her phone. The thing is, and I think,
How do they know?
well, they don't. Well, they are going to give her a lie detector test at the end, and they do give her a flip phone. So she has a phone that she can make calls and text on, but she's not allowed a smartphone or a tablet, but she can still get on a laptop or her desktop computer.
Right.
So I think I could totally do this.
I think I could too.
When I hear that,
I think I could as well.
I mean, I think, yeah.
$100,000, sure.
And there are some issues she says she has run into, which I think would be my downfall as well, is not having GPS. If I'm in a car that doesn't have GPS, I rely on that so much.
So do I.
And to not have a phone, but, you know, maybe I can pull out that old Garmin or, you know, something like that. And
Tom.
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
Well, how about this, Heather?
Yes, yeah. Oh,
That's
what?
crazy talk.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd pull out a map, but she says it has changed her life and she plans to go smartphone free even after the challenge is
No,
up.
I don't believe that for a second.
No?
No, I mean, she can say that, but she'll probably go back to a smartphone.
Well, she
It's
does
just-
say-
it's so convenient.
It is, and that's the issue, but she does say that if she gets her hands on a smartphone, she'll definitely go back, but she's going to try to remain
Oh, I see.
a flip phone user, because it's just, you know.
Is she married?
No, I believe she is single. She says it has changed her social life a little bit because she kind of feels distant from her friends because she can't send photos and she's not looking at their social media.
Yeah.
But you can look at social media on a desktop.
Not Instagram, can you?
You can look at it, but you can't post photos. But you can go look at people's accounts. Yep. You guys, many questions remain unanswered after a woman somehow boarded a Delta flight without a boarding pass or an ID. This happened on Sunday. She was on a flight from Orlando to Atlanta, and apparently she had taken somebody else's seat. And that's how she was caught. This woman walked up to her row and was like, "Hey, you're in my seat, lady," and she wouldn't move. She didn't have a boarding pass or an ID, and police had to come and take her off the plane.
You said it was Orlando to Atlanta?
Yes.
Which is not exactly New York to LA. It's a relatively short flight.
Right, but it's
It
a
is.
big connection flight, I imagine.
Oh, sure it is, but couldn't she just have rented a car? Like, I don't know what her whole... I don't know what her
TSA
game plan was,
did
I guess.
say that she got through security properly.
Okay.
is their statement, is what they were saying, that she was checked during security.
You have to have a boarding pass.
You do, because every time, I mean, you have to have a boarding pass through security, and you have to have one to get on the plane.
Right.
It's very
How
bizarre.
did she get
It's
through
very
security
bizarre.
properly and yet not have either her ID or her boarding pass? Interesting.
Yeah, very, very
The only
interesting.
thing I can think of is maybe she was a airport worker, had her credentials to get through security, and then decided just to try to sneak on a plane.
Ooh, maybe.
It's a possibility.
I mean, they have security cameras. I'm sure they'll find
Yes.
out eventually.
Yes, for sure. Okay, you guys know when you get an Amber Alert on your phone, you get that loud kind of siren noise. I mean, you can't miss it. It wakes you up if you're sleeping. And I've got a story about what you shouldn't do if you get an Amber Alert on your phone. This man, 70 years old, from Ontario, was actually trying to take a nap when he got an Amber Alert on his phone. And he was so upset about being woken up that he decided to call 911 and complain about the Amber Alert. Obviously, things backfired because he ended up being arrested for